Okay guys, another air fryer video.
Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way, no shame. VSG journey, let me share my truth. With wisdom and grace, I'm bringing the proof. Beauty, health, got that R in view. Unbox review, showing
Alright guys,
what's
welcome
new.
back to my channel. It's your girl Brooklyn Stace. And so yes, it's another Instant Pot Duo Air Crisp Challenge recipe. Just cooking. So welcome back to my channel. If you have returned and if you are new, welcome. Make sure you like, make sure you share, subscribe. You know the routine we all say. Help the channel out, okay? Click the thumbs up. I'm not asking you for anything else. I'm not asking you for Cash App. I'm not doing any of that. Memberships, none of that. Just hit the thumbs up, please, once you exit, or even do it right now. It should be a button right here, or maybe it's right here, or maybe it's right there, depending on the direction. Just hit the thumbs up button. It is free 99. Takes a second to do, and it helps me to support this channel because it helps the video to be seen. And once the video is seen, therefore, of course, the views go up, and then everything goes right back into the development of the channel because I need a camera. I need things. And so the way you guys can help me is by sharing a video and liking the video. Interact with the video. I don't care if you just put a fork and a knife, a thumbs up, anything. Just interact with the video. Do like you do with the bigger channels. Do like you do with the celebrities that you're always commenting. I see you guys. Trust me, I see you guys. And I'm like, wow, they don't ever say anything on my video. But that's okay. Treat me any old kind of way, right? No, but honestly, just go ahead and like the video. I really appreciate it. So what we're doing today is, like I said, I'm going to be roasting some vegetables. So I already have some vegetables. I just want to cut some up, and I'm going to be roasting some green beans. I have some carrots. These green beans are on their last leg. I was supposed to cook them a while ago. And then I have some onions and things that were left over that I'm cutting up, and some peppers in there that are left over, but I want to add some additional peppers just to utilize this and to, cut it up. Do a rough chop. It's just for me. You want to cut them in spears like this, or do you want to cut them in chunks? It doesn't matter to me. It's all going down the same pipe, right? So it's just a matter if you're cooking for yourself, to which I am, or you're cooking for somebody and you want to do a nice presentation, or if I wanted to do something nice for YouTube and make it all look perfect. But you know what? We're not in a perfect world, and I'm not a perfect person. So guess what? These videos, like I said, it's real, it's raw, it's, to the point. And this is how it is. This is real life. So I think you guys can appreciate the fact that, there might be some mishaps or some little boo-boos, or, things don't turn out perfectly, because that's the way it is in the real world, right? And so I'm just letting you know, this is how it is, and this is how my channel is. It's about different ideas to help people cook and stay healthy, which is what I'm doing. And me doing this helps me to stay on track as well. So we're going to cut that little blemish right on out of there. I should have turned this over. So we're just going to go ahead and cut around that little blemish, because this is what they do at home. This is what you guys do at home. And trust me and believe, in your favorite restaurant, this is what they do, if they even do that. And you guys are paying a lot of money for it, right? So that's what we're going to do. We've cut around that. I just wanted to put some red peppers. I don't know, I might even put some green pepper in there. Take these little seeds out, put that over here to this little groove area. Yeah, so what do you guys have been doing? And I want to know who's watching me. You see that a lot, and it helps us to know. I know when I used to do the hauls, I used to get you guys to respond all the time, and I'm like, let me know where you're watching me from. And people would be from Jamaica, people would be from all over, and I'm like, wow, it's just neat to see where people are watching me from. So that's all. So if you're watching me, whether you're in the US or whether you're not, let me know, who you are and where you're watching me from. I could look at the analytics. I can look and see who my subscribers are. And then, sometimes I could see through the little photos that YouTube sends us, little updates. We can even see who looked at them. At us. So I see you guys, okay? So that's all I'm going to do, because, I make small batches of everything. So what I'm going to do is, I should have gotten my bowl and had that already ready. That would be too much right for me to have it ready, right? So trying to separate my bowls here. I'm going to use the big one. I don't have to. I should use that one, but I'm going to use the big one. And I'm just going to empty everything in here and mix it together. It's going to be a really quick recipe, because if you guys saw, if you guys saw my last video, I'm just going to dump this in here since I already had this cut up. If you guys saw my last video, you saw that I, did a version of some air fryer chicken. And so I did a version of that, trial and error. There are other videos coming out with that because I tried different methods. And I'm just going to empty my green beans and my carrot spears. These carrot sticks already came mixed up. I guess this is the lazy way. So see, they're party sticks and they already came cut up. See, quick, when you want to just do something really quick. All right, so that's it. I could put, in fact, hold on a second. I just thought I have a yellow turnip, well, a white turnip that's, on its last leg too. So I wanted to use this up before it goes bad. You see, it's starting to grow roots. So I'm just gonna use that up and get that in with my mixed vegetables. I could use like a red, a sweet potato. I could use that, but I don't want to use the sweet potato. I should get my peeler, my vegetable peeler, but I'm gonna cut this way. It's easier to use the vegetable peeler, right? I mean, you know how you have some utensils and you just are like, oh yeah, I know I have that, but I'm gonna do it this way. So this is the way I'm doing it. It's probably not the proper way, but again, I'm not with the Food Network. I'm not a professionally trained, I'm a home cook. So when you're at the home cook, you do what mama and grandma used to do, and they didn't always have a vegetable peeler. They just chop things just as is, right? And, it's easier. I guess, you don't dirty up all your utensils. And, if you have your knife and it's working, work with it. You know what I mean? Work with what's working with you. So this is the way I'm doing it. And see how that worked out really good? Yes, see that? Yes, see that? So, yeah, I'm just going to rinse this off and quickly chop that up and add this to the mix. And let that be that. So you can cut this in spears, but I want mine in little chunks. I think I like chunks. Sometimes I like spears, sometimes I like chunks. I'm also hip hop, so there's always a song in my head, and as the song goes, sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Anybody knows what lyric that is to without cheating, without Googling it? If you're a hip hop head, drop that in a comment. What song was that and what hip hop group was that? Let me know where my hip hop heads are. And these are old school hip hop heads, so this is not the new school. Yeah, Brooklyn States don't listen to, don't follow the new school people too much. So that's that. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I was going to do just regular garlic powder, but I think I may just go ahead and put fresh garlic in the mix, at least a clove or two, and just press that in. I like this semi-purple garlic, if I may say. I like the garlic bulb. So let me go ahead and peel this. You guys don't need to watch me peel garlic, or maybe you do. Some people might be watching me that don't know how to do this. There are people of all levels of cooking skills. So some people know how to do things, and some people are like, oh, that's how you do things. So that's why, it's always good to just do it anyway, because you never know, who's watching you and what level of cooking they are at. Not to say that I'm at some high level, because I sure am not. But, I know a little thing or two about cooking. So, thanks to grandma and thanks to my mom, a lot of people don't even know how to make real gravy. But, I know how to do that. Now, one thing I don't know how to do is make biscuits. My grandmother didn't make biscuits, although she's from the South. If you have those Southern roots and you know how to make biscuits, you're doing better than me. So how many of you out there make your own biscuits? I have tried, and, I'm not a biscuit eater. So I didn't make a lot of biscuits. I was like, okay, let me see what the hoopla is. It's hard to open this one. the hoopla is, and let me make some biscuits. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work. And you know why it was a lot of work? Because it was like my first time doing it. So you know when it's your first time doing anything, it's really never that simple. Sometimes, depending on, you know, what it is. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and use the full cloves of garlic simply because I love garlic. You see how many cloves I'm putting in just for this little bit of veggies, right? And that's because I like garlic. I mean, I love garlic. I love garlic. I love onions. It's just that flavor. The garlic and onion flavor to me is just so good. So yeah, I like plenty of garlic, plenty of onions. Yeah. It's going to make your breath stink. But then that's what they make mouthwash and toothpaste for, right? So you guys know me. I'm starting to use this so much more. I've had this for so long. And, you know, I've just made life easier. Made my life easier just in using it. And whatever does not get utilized, it's just going to go back in here and just get sauteed in with the vegetables for flavor. So yeah, so I'm using that and I'm loving it. I should have taken the rest of that out so it can make room. Oh, my poor hands. I'm old, so you know the strength. But see that? It flipped all the way over there. But there's my minced garlic. Some of it flipped on the side here. I was like, oh my gosh, come on now. Where's my minced garlic? It even went on the side here, the side of the bowl. So yeah, waste not, want not, that's going back in there. And again, this is for me and for nobody else. And my counter is clean, my kitchen is clean. So don't act like you haven't done that. Oh goodness, I'm a mess, aren't I? But see how that is? And it just, boom, boom, bam. That's it. So I'm going to put this other one in and come back. All right, so that's all for the garlic. And, you know, these garlic presses are good because why? All of the garlic, not only the garlic pulp, but the actual juice goes into your, I'm going to cut this up. Actually, the juice goes into your food. You ever see people chopping up garlic on a cutting board, and all of the good garlic juice is on the cutting board? Makes your cutting board really flavorful, right? But I want my food to be flavorful. So yeah, I mean, I could have, you know, done a little better with mincing that, but I was doing it quick and dirty. So that's why I had to end up cutting it, because it's like it defeats the purpose almost, right? All right, so you guys know I use this roasted vegetables. Almost time for some more. Everything that I use, as always, I will link in the bio. Couldn't get that open. So I'm gonna put about a capful, you know, full teaspoon. I might put just a little bit more because I want a little bit more flavor. 2 teaspoons of that. And although I put some garlic, I'm still going to put some garlic and herb seasoning. I'm running low on it. And I do have some herbs Provence, but I'm just going to put just a little bit of that on here. So let me open up this little tab thingy here. Why is this thing not easy to open? Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Everything on camera, right? You know what? Why is life so hard? There we are. I needed to open it with a sharper one. So I'm just going to shake some of the herbs de Provence on there. Did you guys know that that's what this was for? How many of you guys knew that? How many of you guys knew that that is what this was for? Because it doesn't always come out of this really good, so you have to open it up since it doesn't have the holes with the large nozzle. And I'm going to put some of my black salt. You know, I always talk about this. There's some really good properties, some really good nutritional properties of this Kala Namak black salt. So you guys should try this. And actually, just a few turns of it, not much. I'm going to link it in the description as well. Look that up and you'll see what I mean when I say it has some good properties. And some black pepper. You know, I've had this black pepper and the onion powder and the garlic pepper I'm finished with in my complete for quite a while. So these are a good investment when you buy the larger ones. And so for oil, I'm going to use some avocado oil. You know, usually I use olive oil, but occasionally I will use the avocado oil, especially, as you know, Now, they always say, well, avocado oil has a higher what? Smoke point. All right, so let's go ahead and mix that. We're going to turn this and mix it. Look how pretty that is. And these are healthy, healthy, healthy. You know, just vegetables. And we're just going to roast them. I'm wondering if I have enough onion, but I think I do. You know me, like I said, I love garlic, I love onion. So I may just go ahead and add the rest of this onion powder that I have here in it. It's not much. I'm just going to add the rest of this. You might think that's a lot, but it's not. It just looks like a lot. And it's onion powder, so it's going to enhance that onion flavor, which is fine with me. You do your veggies and your food the way you want it. If you don't like a lot of onion powder, by all means, don't use it. All right, so that's it, guys. So I'm not putting any broccoli or any cauliflower in this. So I'm going to omit that, and I'm just going to leave this as is with these vegetables. Let's go ahead and get this in the air fryer. All right, so as you see, I'm back at my air fryer. So I have the air fryer basket. Let me remove this just to show you at a better height. Let me move this air fryer out of the way here. All right, so just to show you, it'll be a better height because before it was way too close. All right, so as you see, I took the basket out. I have the liner, the paper liner in here, just to make it easier and to make it better. And then I have the veggies. That looks so good, doesn't it? So I'm simply just going to empty it out in here. Now this might be too much. They say you don't want to crowd it. So this might be too much. I might need to do it in 2 batches, but you know what? I'm learning how to utilize this particular air fryer. And these vegetables don't need to be super overdone anyway. So I'm good with that. So if this was meat or something, yeah, you want it to cook evenly and the whole 9. And then we're going to stop and spread this out and mix it around anyway. So I'm good with that. So I'm just mixing that, just making sure it's spread out as best as I can. And let's get this in the air fryer. All right, so here we are. Got my bigger pot in, and you're closer because now we're closer because I have this big jalopy instant pot air fryer close to you. So we're just going to put the basket in. Look how close you are. There we are. Just had to move the camera out of the way. So we've got that in. And you know, this air fryer, this Instant Pot comes with its own manual. And so it tells you how long it takes to cook certain things. Like it says mixed vegetables here, 3 to 4 minutes. If I had potatoes, 3 to 4 minutes. Broccoli for it's 1 to 2 minutes. In all of the things. Asparagus, 1 to 2 minutes. Sorry if you didn't see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on I'm going to put it actually on about 5 minutes, simply because it has a mixture of all of these things, right? And so we're going to see how it comes out after 5 minutes. And then if not, we'll just go ahead and restart it. All right, so another angle. So I'm going to put the top on, and we're going to get this thing going. Ugh. One-handing it again, right? So we have that handle, everything's down, everything's tight. You heard the beep letting us know it's ready. It was so dusty under highlight, my goodness. And so here we are again. I can roast them. And I think instead of air frying, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to roast it, trying something new. And again, you're trying it with me. So let's go ahead and roast. And we're going to leave it at, let's put it at 350. And let's turn the time down because I don't want to roast it for a full, I know you can't hardly see that because of the light, but I'm going to put it on roasting for 10 minutes. And we're going to check that halfway through. So it's on roast for 10 minutes. Let's see if I could do something. There we are. So I had it was on 20, but I turned the temperature down, leave it on roast, 20 minutes. And again, you know, when you start talking. So again, roast, and we turn the temperature down to about Let's do 350. And let's turn this time down and let it go down to roast for about 10 minutes, and we'll check it and see the consistency of it. So let me go ahead and hit the start button before it turns itself off again. And we're on our way. So I'll see you shortly. All right, so we've got 5 minutes left. Let's check and see what our vegetables are looking like. We can just lift the top right off. And let's look. Look at that. It's not enough sizzle. So it's actually going good. So we'll just mix that up. And we'll let it go for some more. But it's looking good. It's almost there. We'll put the top back on. There we are. And we'll increase the time another 4 minutes. And so now it'll be at 8 minutes. See you in a bit. Just so you can see, it told me to turn the food, but I've already done that. All right, guys, so let's check this out. Let's go ahead and stop this. I'm going to cancel this. And we're going to check this out. Let's look and see what our vegetables, how they turned out. All right. I actually had turned this and went and checked it again. And now look at that. Look at that, guys. Let me get some better light so you guys can really see. Got some better light. Hopefully the steam won't get to the camera. So look, guys, see how good that turned out. Give you a close-up look of it in the Instant Pot. And those are my roasted vegetables. I didn't even use my big oven, heat it up. It's hot. It's more electricity probably than this because it takes less time. So I am so happy with how these vegetables turned out. I'm going to get these out of this hot. Is it still warm? Yeah. I'm going to get this out of this pan and into a dish. Now, it's late, so I'm not going to put it in a pretty dish. I'm going to put it in a dish that I'm going to use and let it cool down and put it right in the refrigerator. Less things for me to clean up. I told you I keep it real over here. I'm really practical. So I'm going to put it in you've seen this little black to go, whatever this is called, takeout thing, instead of putting it in a pretty bowl. But I am going to take a picture of this for my thumbnail. See you in a bit. So I'm actually going to go ahead and remove this. Getting real close to you guys. Look at that. There's only a little bit of water in there. Look at that water that was from the vegetables. See how it left the vegetables and just settled in the bottom. Isn't that something? And let's bring the vegetables back in frame. Look how good that looks, guys. I'm so impressed with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take this out. And like I said, I'm just going to put it right in this to-go thing and let it cool down and just go right on ahead and put it in the fridge. Easy cleanup. I'm all about being practical. And as you see, easy cleanup because I have my liner in here. So let's see if we can get that on camera so you guys can see the vegetables better. As I just take them out of here, put them right into this to go and let it go right in the refrigerator. After I take my portion out. See how easy this was, guys? That's my whole purpose of making these videos, because there are people out there looking for the easy way out, the healthier way. And just to, goes to show you that it doesn't take all that you think to make vegetables and make meals using things like the Instant Pot. Now, those are the caramelized purple onions. Sorry about that. So those are the caramelized purple onions. As you can see, it's a little bit darker, and then when they roast, they do turn dark. There's nothing burnt. That's just an onion. And I love the taste of caramelized food. I don't know why I do, but I do. I don't know. I just like caramelized. Drop it in the comments. Are you like me? Do you like caramelized things? As they say, give me the burnt one. But look at that. Look at this, guys. Yum, yum, yummy. Healthy roasted vegetables. And guys, if you remember yesterday or the video before, I still have some chicken left over. I am going to pair it with this leftover chicken. See, I told you I only ate like the 3 flats in a drumette, two flats in a drumette. So I'm going to eat these 2 and maybe just taste a little bit of this chicken. I'm going to measure it out, and then I'm going to add the vegetables. And this is my dinner. Healthy and quick, instant pot roasted vegetables, guys. Look at that. OMG. Look at that. The onions, the green beans, the yellow peppers, the red peppers, the sweet peppers, the red onions, the fresh garlic, the carrot spears. Look at that, guys. And don't forget the yellow turnips. Those are in there too. Just delicious. Look how colorful that is. Look how beautiful this is. Easy peasy. Easy cleanup. Come on, guys. You've got to get you one of these Instant Pot Air Fryer Crisp Duo Crisp. I'll leave the link in the description. If you don't have one, get one. You can do so much, and there's so much that I want to still do with it that I'm going to. All right. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.
With knowledge and heart and nothing held back. Yes, Brooklyn Stace, you already know. Hit that like, hit that sub, let's go.